Prague, a stunning city of antiquity, and home to some of the best violin makers in the world. In their workshops, nothing much has changed in over 300 years, and a change is not a welcome customer. No, indeed. In this country, you'd have to be brave to claim that you could radically alter the shape of the violin, yet still retain that classic sound. At the most, there'd be cries of sacrilege. At the very least, people would say that you were drawing a very long bow. So now a question. Is this the shape of strings to come? Ludovit Bari has set about reinventing the instrument he adores, bravely fiddling with perfection. Like a latter-day Da Vinci, he's an artist with diverse and challenging ideas. Music may be his passion, but he can't play a note, so wood gives him voice. He dreams each shape. Those subconscious Stradivarian visions are then rendered on paper. When finally satisfied with the design, chunks of ash timber are fixed in place and the vise tightened in readiness for a startling transformation. Gradually, shavings are shed and Bari's extraordinary orchestral creations emerge from the wood. But these are not static sculptures. Bari's violins combine form with function, made to be played with love and feeling and preferably a touch of ability.
Okay.
Enter Jan Hruby, the Czech Republic's #1 rock violinist. In the hands of this maestro, these seductive shapes become more than just a pretty face. See, because it was an electric instrument, it didn't matter what shape it was. Matter of fact, the weirder the better, which is something traditional violin makers would not have dreamt of. But there was a surprise in store. The violins had the audacity to sound just as good unplugged. According to Bari, this is because the secret of a good violin lies in the varnish, which changes the way the instrument vibrates and therefore its sound. The shape itself is secondary. It's a theory that's been applied to the masterpieces of the great Stradivarius himself. The unique layers of varnish he used on his violins may be the X factor responsible for their much sought-after sound. Now, he may be ahead of his time, but Bari believes his instruments may one day be wedged under the chins of symphony musicians. It will only take one brave player to change the traditional thinking. Not surprisingly, concerto conservatism abounds, and those highly strung scholars of the old school are yet to be convinced. So, Bari waits for a new day, when someone wakes up to the instruments of his dreams.